Hi, my name's Andrew. I'm 22 years old. I'm currently studying mathematics in Germany. I've successfully completed Andrew Kirby's procrastination program with, thus far, huge success, especially considering my life prior to the program, which was just extremely messy, entirely chaotic. It was essentially just me being a slave to my emotions. What I did feel like doing, I just did, and what I didn't feel like doing, I just didn't do. Pretty much the gist of it. There was no method, there was no order. It was really chaotic, and it really showed in every aspect of my life, and especially my mental health. And the reason why I enrolled was because I was pretty much at the verge of dropping out university because I just couldn't bring myself to do homework or classwork. I wasn't going to lectures, wasn't going to class. I wasn't even talking to my co-students. I was pretty much just holed up at home, blackout curtains drawn, just playing video games all day. But push came to shove last semester. I was right before the deadlines, right before my exams, and I had a terrible experience of just cramming for 8 days, 10 hours a day. And it left me just depleted to the point where I felt so bad. I got really creative for some reason. I really thought about my future and how it would look like if I continued like this. And I thought to myself, maybe it's time to just cut the crap and get some professional help, which I ended up doing with Andrew Kirby. And I mean, that was a pretty damn good decision because starting the program, and I've done programs before, I've paid a lot of money, I've invested a lot into myself in that aspect, but I've always procrastinated on doing all the programs. Like I had a huge knowledge base and I just didn't use it. I just didn't feel like it, and so I didn't do it. With Andrew, it's pretty simple. Because in a matter of like 2 hours, he outlaid a single technique, which immediately made it so much easier to just do things. And I've actually found even studies that attested that fact, which he didn't include in his program, but I found it pretty interesting that there's actually scientific backing for the methods that he's using. It didn't feel like bro science, right? It didn't feel like trust me, bro. It was more like this actually works. This has been verified, and therefore I was very confident doing all the things that he asks you to do, all the action items. And yeah, so pretty much I was just watching the videos. I was taking extensive notes. I was summarizing them progressively. I think on every video I spent like at least 5 hours just summarizing repeatedly until there was like a few sentences left, carrying the key concepts and topics. To really just burn it into my mind. I even memorized parts of it. And I didn't realize at the time, but my thinking and my perspective changed a lot. So before the program, I was very entitled. On a lot of occasions, people compliment me on my intelligence. And as a result, I really started just identifying myself very much with those compliments. And I felt very scared of challenging myself intellectually for it. Which is why I think I avoided homework, for example, because it felt like it was measuring my intelligence, which was very scary. But the program dealt with that as well. And I'm very grateful for it. I didn't expect it to work that well either. Like, as I said, it was a week and then suddenly it wasn't a problem anymore. But yeah. In fact, while the program is 6 weeks long, even after 3 weeks, I sort of stopped looking into it because the problem just seemed fixed to me. Like the incentive of going through the program was almost eliminated by the first 3 weeks because I pretty much just fixed my problem, right? Why keep going to the doctor if you're healed? But of course, I watched the last 3 weeks, unless you wouldn't be seeing this video if I didn't, which is pretty good as well. And yeah, now there's some pretty interesting achievements. For example, concerning the homework in academia, I used to be pretty much a dead weight in every work group I was working in. People saw me, I'm pretty sure, as sort of a handicap to that group, because homework is designed to be made worked on by 3 people, and well, I didn't do anything, so those other 2 had to pull my weight. And now, just like about 7 weeks later, I'm pretty much the main the main driving force, the most valuable asset in every work group, because it's pretty even funny how your perspective changes. Like, before, you see all these people working and you think, how do they do it? Like, why can't I do it? And you see people in media, like big tech guys like Elon Musk, and you think, are their talents innate? Like, is it just how they've been born? And I'm going through the program, I really understand it's more like a process, it's a learning experience. All the skills that they have, they're all constructed and built over time. And so now that I'm pretty much a novice now at productivity, I see how far other people are in a productivity skill, I suppose. And people I've looked up to before, suddenly they don't seem that impressive anymore, because I see, well, they really just procrastinate as well, just not to such a strong degree as I was procrastinating to. So that was pretty interesting. Fun fact, for example, about homework, as I was saying before, is I started doing it now pretty much the minute it's released, and I finish it in about 2 days, where before I was just scrambling for deadlines, finishing it up 30 minutes before the deadline, and never finishing like even half of it. But now I finished like 90 to 100% of it in 2 days, which is such a good feeling. Yeah, but it's also bleeding over in all other different aspects of my life. Now that this huge aspect, this huge fear of dropping out and pretty much losing my footing in society is just not there anymore, I'm so much more relaxed, and other things such as keeping up with my diet, like keeping it clean and working out every day, meditating every day, other small habits, they're so much easier to execute. Because suddenly this huge part of mental energy is not, I just don't expend anymore on like keeping back the anxiety, the mounting anxiety of procrastinating on doing homework. And it's been only just 6 weeks, but I'm already looking back at my life, like these last 22 years, like it's a bit surreal, like someone else was living my life very poorly, and now I have to fix all this shit this person didn't manage to do. It's pretty funny in a way, but yeah, it's like you're a sage and you're looking back at the mistakes and I don't know, a novice did. But yeah, I'm very satisfied with the program. I've already scheduled on revisiting the program like quarterly, just to keep it fresh in my mind. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing the effects of having gone through the program in about a year or 2, and looking back this review video and realizing that this is where it all started.